Hey, everyone, welcome to another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I know we missed you guys last week because we had a last minute out of town trip down to Galveston and then the other lovely places we went to, such as San Antonio and Blanco and many other cities in between, Shiner and whatnot. So, a lovely 900 mile, probably about 1,000 miles between all the little things in between. Good, 16, 17 hours in the car was great. So, fun times there.
Texas tour.
The unexpected Texas tour at that. So tonight we're going to talk about all this fun stuff here. That lovely.
What do you do? Do it for less.
And Eric forgets how to turn off his thing. It's all good though.
That answers the question.
So yes, all good. But now he knows how to turn his volume off. So we learned something tonight.
Some.
That's right. So that's the good news. We got that. So I guess hopefully people will join here in just a second. I know like it's been a week, and now you guys are all usually here right now, and you're not here to harass me at the moment. But I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be here in momentarily. I'm going to jack with this thing here real quick and see. Oh, that's good. That's good. So we got that. So that's a plus. He just posted it.
Oh, that is awesome. Kid problems. There's always the kids.
I understand. We're children. We all do. Hey, Donner Pass. Good to see you.
Can't live with them. Can't live without them.
That's right. Hey, you got to have somebody take care of when you're old. That's the way it works. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to respond to this text real quick. Yep. Hey, Spencer. Good to see you there. So, like I said, I know I got several texts and Discord messages. Hey, where's the show? Where's the show? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not around. I'm not posting that I'm out of town on here.
You were hurricane hunting.
Literally. Yeah. So since we went down to Galveston and we got to meet our friend Alberto, good times. We left just in time for Alberto to float it out, and we left basically within hours of it happening. Thank God, because that would have really sucked. So, I'm really glad that I was not floating down. Yeah, so Donner Pass, we're broadcasting here from the Cows tonight. We're it's holding up for now as far as the speed goes. Hopefully, it'll be faster. Supposedly going to go up to 600. We don't know. Right now, I think we're running at 40. So if it slows down, let us know if there's any lag or anything. But yeah, we're getting there. We got a big event coming up on Thursday. We got the national, of course, the North American ambassador coming down for Balblair, Pulteny, Speyburn, and Caorunn gin. So it should be a lot of fun. So if you're in town or around on Thursday at 7 o'clock, you should go on the website at whiskeycrusaders.com and buy a ticket. Come check it out. Come try some really rare opportunity, probably once in a lifetime thing to try these in one place at that, let alone for the money. It's quite a great deal. So see, Eric gets phone calls. He's not turn off his sound or his music.
The rookie.
That's right. We're going to harass him for this one. It's okay. We've just been doing this for 5 years. We've already made all these mistakes. I remember one of my favorite things my mother would like to call about in the middle of the stream. That was on Mondays. It's like, Mom, I've been doing this for years. Why are you calling on Monday at this time? You know where I'm at. It's like you need me. Just send a message in the text or through this. You could all do it. So, all those fun things. I guess we need some whiskey at this point. And then we'll tell all about the fun places I adventured to and all the cool stuff coming up. Because we got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. Let's just start with these we're going to talk about first. Let's start with let's see what's the lowest proof. Probably Speyburn.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to have Speyburn 18. This is the Speyburn 10 because I don't have the 18, so that's what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, Spencer, yeah, I wish you were in town, man. I know you live in Nebraska, or if you somehow had a chance to get here by Thursday. I know it's a long drive or a flight, but if you wanted, we'd be happy to have you. You wouldn't be the first person to come from out of state for events. That's rather a common thing around here, to be real honest.
I-35 South, It's just a few hundred miles.
That's right. And
Country miles.
And you've been here before, Spencer. It's all good. Not to the castle, but you've been to the house a couple of times. So, yeah, so it's really great that we're going to do like I said, Balblair. I mean, we're going to go to the 25, which is freaking awesome.
A couple of 25s.
Yeah, because the 25 Balblair and Old Pulteny, which is pretty freaking nice. Yeah, the 10's great, especially for the 10 for $30. I mean, you can't really, I know these are the old bottles, but that's basically, as you all, anyone that's been here knows, we're like an antique museum around here. But that's okay. There's lots of good whiskey that's old. So, it's fun like that. And Speyburn's great. Speyburn's a great one that nobody ever talks about.
Totally unappreciated.
And it's totally going, do I want to talk about it more? Or do I want to keep the price that's nice and low that I currently can find? We've already ruined enough brands for ourselves. We call those Balblair and Old Pulteny. We already lost that battle. They're great brands, but yes, sadly, no longer as easy to find, nor as inexpensive as they used to be. But that's okay. They still make amazing products, which I'm super excited. We'll have Maurice Chevalier here, which is the fourth, which is awesome. He's been in the whiskey industry for about 30 plus years. Comes from a long line of people, I guess, in the wine industry and all that fun stuff as well. So yeah, he should be really amazing to teach the master class on these. But yeah, you can't go wrong with the Balblair 15 and 25, Old Pulteney 15, 18, 25, and the Pinot de Charence, and then the Speyburn 18, and the Caorunn gin. So it should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that, and drink some of this. In fact, I couldn't tell you the last time I poured this 10. Found a little crappy gas station over on was it Precinct Line and LD Lockett? I don't remember what that's even called. I forget. It's a crappy gas station liquor store that I don't remember. It's okay. I asked that. This is the gas station. This is years ago. I asked them. I said, "Hey, do you have any E.H. Taylor?" He's like, "Is it like Monkey Shoulder?" I'm like, "It's nothing like Monkey Shoulder. Not even the same type of whiskey, but thanks for trying."
Truly crappy gas station.
Mm-hmm. Guy knew absolutely nothing. It was so bizarre. It's like, okay then, but sure, whatever.
That's good.
Yeah, like for $30.
For $30,
it's great.
Good, solid single malt.
And you get a 10-year, age statement on it. Even if you get the cheap Brandon Oric, which is like $21, that's still pretty good stuff. Oh, 700 on the but yeah, but that's the thing for almost. I think pretty much everyone's going to go to the 700s. Yeah, because this is 43. You're right. The olds were 40, and that gets the same thing for Old Pulteney. The old 12s are 43 as well. Yeah, they want us to join the rest of Europe, unfortunately, and have to get the lower proof things. But hey, I think we'll take the other nicer things in life. I think we'll be all right. But that's the way, unfortunately, all things are going. But I do rather enjoy this, so it's all good. Yeah, so last Sunday we got of course we saw Roberto churning around there in the Gulf, and it's like, oh, why? We have to go now. I mean, what do we have to go now? They're going to go like in a couple of days. So yeah, we canceled our other hotel room. Which the only good thing about Alberto is it made the hotel super cheap, which I really appreciated, especially since we had points and they were free that way, which I liked even better. So yeah, we just stay on the beach for free with points. It was fabulous.
First day was good, but the second day,
yeah,
was there.
Yeah, so yeah, we drove down that Sunday morning. I guess then they went to the beach. My wife decided I should have a tent because I hate the water. So I'm sitting on the beach with this tent that's going to fly around. Thankfully, we finally learned if I just sit in the damn thing, it stays. So it was great. It tried to stake it. The stakes with these little crappy plastic things not happening in sand. So. Oh, yeah, no, Old Pulteney is still good. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of those whiskeys. We wouldn't have them here if they weren't good. That would be silly. Why would we bring whiskeys we don't like? We love those whiskeys. They're awesome. Because it's, in fact, when Old Pulteney rebranded, we did that for for North America. Steph Ridgway flew in from New York, and then I can't remember his name that came in from Scotland, actually, for the event. I think it was Gordon was his name. And so for my bar, we launched Old Pulteney. North America for the rebrand. So that was fun. It was the very first time I was introduced to North America. So it was cool. So, because in fact, the bottles weren't even in North America. Steph had to order them from the UK. They have UK stickers on them, the ones we have.
The 15 and the 18, I think.
Well, it was the rebrand of the 12, the 15, 18, and the Hot Art, and then the new 25. So, yeah. So if you ever had a chance to come to that event, I guess that was 20... Was it early night, either late 18, early 19, something like that. It was it was before COVID. It was a long time ago. But yeah, there were lots of people at that event. I don't know. It was like a Tuesday night too, and somehow we got like 60 something people here. And it's funny, our buddy Jeremy Burns actually drove up from Houston just for that event because his wife loved Old Pulteney so much that they drove up for it, which was awesome. But sadly, they live in the UK now, so they will not be coming to this. It'll be a little bit hard. I think he's a little bit closer to Old Pulteney himself, so pretty sure he can just drive from London to Wick. probably a little bit shorter than flying across an ocean. But whatever. I'm guessing it's like a 7-hour drive or something up to Wick. I don't know.
The other end of the
other end, right? Exactly. So it is what it is. So yes. All right, stick that in there. Let's see. All right. You want to move on to Pulteney or?
Yeah.
Let's do Pulteney. All right. So this is the old Navigator. Hey, Emily, good to see you there. All righty.
Yeah, this one's 46.
Oh, yeah. I remember this. It was nice to hear you give some confidence. Oh, yeah, for sure. It was good. Like, I'm not sad about it. It's just, they are different for sure. But, hey, like I said, they're still good whiskey no matter what. So it'll be a good time. But, yes, like I said, Spencer remembers the show, so that's even better.
What's the ABV on this one?
Now, this one, I think, this is 46.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Navigator being an old. In fact, the funny thing is, we've reviewed all of the new ones, except for, of course, Pinot de Charon, so that's brand new, of the old Pulteney. I've never reviewed any of the old ones. We need to review all the old ones, because you do occasionally still find these on the shelf, and you're a very lucky person to find them, and you should buy them immediately.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, 15 is good, yeah. I liked them all. None of them are bad by any means. They're all pretty dang tasty. I mean, it is different. I do miss the cool. What do you want to call these? The bottles are the same, but the tins are different. Now they're like cardboard boxes instead, which is fine. It's whatever.
I think the 15 is the Spanish oak, I believe.
I don't remember to be honest. It's been 5 years since I thought about it. I don't know. Good question. But it is good. I do remember it being good. I just don't remember. Oh, you had the Pinot de Charons? Awesome. That's great to hear. And you have it on your shelf, so even better. Yeah, I haven't had the Pinot de Charon, so I'm looking forward to trying that one. So since I'm a big fan of that wine, it should be fun. I haven't had this in a long time. I forgot this is a great one. Oh, it's good.
What's the story behind it?
I remember something just navigating the ocean, all that fun stuff. I haven't reviewed. I haven't really looked into it. Let's see what the back of the bottle says. That's the best thing about these. You did beat me to a bottle, Spencer. You're right. Now, the one thing, this is the first time I'm trying to read something in the Castle in the Dark. Let's see here. The rugged northeastern coast, blah, 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 Wick. The wind and the busiest herring, yes, this in the world, blah, 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 accessible by sea. Naturally, many of the store workers were also hardy fishermen. Today, relationship between the seas and the distillery are together, blah, blah, blah. Yes, this, pays homage to the nautical navigator. That's kind of what I figured it was. Planners of every major sea voyage advise the captain of the ship's position and maintain charts and navigational equipment on board. Those were everyone experience and patience and others. The unsung heroes of dangerous sea passages. The old Pulteney is a handcraft using traditional methods of the 1800s, unique shape of the copper pot still, the time-honored condensation method, and the northern sea breeze absorbed by caster and years of maturation all contribute to this distinctive style of sea, which is smoothest, complexity, and unshakable coastal character. It's what a wonder that Old Pulteney is known as the Maritime Malt. Well, that is true. So, yes, it's 46, got a cool little boat on it, surprise, surprise.
So, non-age statement at 46%. So,
Yep, exactly.
Goes good with fish and chips, all that.
Totally. Yes, on our pass. The old 17 and 21s are definitely a buy on site for sure.
Immediately. The 17.
Yeah, I've got
pounce on it. Tackle anyone who tries to grab it.
Thankfully, I've got a couple backups, but we did get lucky that Ben Staltz for our opening. He opened up a bottle we all but he bought a while ago. Was kind enough to bring and open up the 35-year-old Pulteney. It was awesome. Which I know is quite an expensive bottle, so it was pretty great to try that.
That was a tasty night.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some nice twang to it.
Absolutely. Hey, Andy, good to see you there. You're out in the booties doing security for a fireworks stand. That sounds interesting and entertaining. Do you fire fireworks to the people that are trying to rob the fireworks stand? I think that sounds like fun.
Chucking an 80 at them.
Really, that'll be hilarious. Or fun to fire the Saturn rockets at them that shoot 100 out at one time.
A true Roman candle.
Those things are great. It was lots of fun. I run away quickly. Yes. So what you're telling me is you're not a very good security guard. They don't give you any pepper spray, gun, taser, something of value. At least a firework is fun to shoot at them.
Thompson submachine gun.
I think at that point, I think you're not going to worry about it at that point. These guys are hitting there with the Thompson. I don't think anybody's jacking with you.
Peace through superior firepower,
Exactly. Oh, okay. Security's Lutheran. It's a fundraiser for your church. Okay, that makes a little more sense. So I'm going, all right, well, that's an interesting turn of events. Running security for a fireworks stand, but fundraiser for church. That's cool. So awesome. Only if you have an ag exemption. There you go. But yeah, so got to go down to, like I said, Galveston. Then there did the lovely little beach, fun times in the sand where they go in the ocean, which is cool. Fine by me. But then we ran down to the Pleasure Pier, which is I guess basically it's on a pier. It's an amusement park. It's been around since like the 1900s, but like the revamped version came around like 2012, which is what's there now, where they have these giant swings and Ferris wheel and roller coaster and pirate log ride thing and whatnot. So I hate rides. I did not ride any of those because those are horrible, and I hate being wet, so I'm definitely not riding that or standing anywhere near it. So I rode the carousel because that's what I like to do. So, and the bumper cars, woo, and the teacups, and that was the extent of my fun there. We went to a cool candy shop. That was exciting.
It's a lot easier when you have daughters,
Yes, yeah. Well, the one daughter likes to ride all that crap. The other one does not. So it's no fun at all. And Galveston reminded me of the town from Bob's Burgers. I could see that. That's pretty funny. But, it works. Did that. And, of course, parking was kind of a pain the first day. Second day, since the storm was coming, parking was easy.
Everyone evacuated.
Exactly. Yeah, and the good news, like I said, we didn't wait for another day, so it worked out fine for us. But, it was interesting because it was also Father's Day, so it was crazy busy down there. But, it is what it is. But the good news about the storm coming was it was nice and windy, and you could see the sand going everywhere. So you got to feel sand and grit all over you. So you had that going. But it was also humid. So that did cool off some of the humidity, which was nice. We did appreciate that. So then since we did that, then I guess after that, we went to the Spot Bar, which was on today's short about, which is a cool place. Pretty good food. They've got 5 different bars in there. It was fun. So you go down there, it's a good place. Food was reasonable. Drinks were reasonable. It's fun. It says, don't you can get orders in the UK, but the Signature 100 Imperial Proof series is the bomb for great places, having the Secret Ordney 14 cherry butt and bourbon hogshead. That sounds like fun. Anything? We usually can find some things from the UK or other places we don't talk of to find those things. That's all we'll say on that. But somehow we might get things.
The secret stash.
Exactly. There are places to get things. So I'm trying to think. Is the Secret Orkney can't we get that here? Something? I think we can get that here.
Specs has that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'll mute this for a second. So anyway, yes. We will open the Bonaccord at some point for sure. That Inevitable, it's here. I'm sure someone will ask for it in the class at some point, Andy. Sure, we'll get to it. So I know it's the name for that bar over there in Scotland, obviously. So, but yeah, that spot place was cool. The food was good. I did a couple of flights of fun things because when I go to bars, because I was like, I looked at the whiskey bar, it was fine. If there was anything that I hadn't had, no, of course not. But they did make cool tiki drinks and other, margaritas and others. So they had these cool little, it was 4 little drinks that are maybe I think they were 3 or 4 ounces each. So that was fun. Even the Half Moon Bay, you suck, Eric. That you're at 56 degrees. Yes, you suck. It was 100 today. It was horrible. It was oppressive heat today at that. So, but thanks for being here anyway, Eric, and making fun of us in our heat. It's okay. You'll be here soon enough. You can enjoy the heat. Good times. I'm sure you'll back sometime in Austin and enjoy the thrill of the hot. It'll be just fine for you. But yes, you don't have to be here with it on a regular basis. Oh, it was 100 there in Nebraska today too? Ew. That sucks. That's no fun at all. It's not good. Let's see. Yeah, because after that, we went back to the hotel. This was pretty late. Then, of course, what I want to do, I want to go out to the other pier and watch the crashing waves come in as it's getting angrier, which was fun, especially in the same in Oklahoma. Well, I guess we're all in the hundreds today. Lucky us. But so that was cool. Hadn't, like I said, never experienced anything like that, so I'm to check that out.
Yeah, never made it to a full hurricane, but
No, it got a storm. It got pretty angry.
A lot of rain came out of it.
Yeah, it got a lot of water. And the crazy thing, which I didn't realize, was how much just, without even raining yet, the flooding starts because of all the water and the waves going, which is nuts. All right. Night, Emily. Good to see you. So, yes, the battery is definitely a problem. So, all right, let's switch over to Mr. Balblair here.
Another underappreciated sherry.
Absolutely.
Sherry single malt.
All right.
Particularly curious to try the 25. We're going to have
for real, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I haven't had the 15 or the 25, so I'm excited about both. I have like the old 1990 version. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, exactly, Sam. Good to see you there. You can check out Sam's channel. Of course, check out the Scribe of Spirits there and all his fun stuff. So, all right. All right, there we go. Oh, wait, I lived in Northeast Ohio, and the remnants of a hurricane knocked the power of our small town for a week. Oh, that sounds lovely, Andy. What a lovely time. This is delightful. That's good.
Yeah.
I haven't had this in a while.
Yeah, I got the 15 at home, and it's worthy.
Oh, I bet, yeah. That's quite nice. Yeah, we have several other Balblairs in here. They're just the old vintage ones. But, yeah, since they've now gone to age statements, they'll be a little bit different, which is cool. Going to 2 weeks to Springbank. Well, that should be awesome, Sam. We'll have fun with that. That should be awesome. It says, Balblair is what I call a classic Highland. It seems often overlooked. A visit story. Yeah, you're right. It is. Sadly, it is overlooked, but I think it's great stuff, and it's a hidden gem that a lot of people don't know about. So hopefully, like I said on Thursday, you get a lot of people to start to learn about Balblair. Hey, there's this great whiskey out there that you've probably never heard of. Because a lot of people, even if they're into whiskey, they still never heard of these, which is fine. I'm a bit nervous. First time traveling with Solar National. You'll be fine, Sam. Just you make friends with everyone, Sam. You'll be fine.
That's right.
You just good news about international, as I'm sure you well know, Sam, is free drinks no matter where you sit in the plane. So you should be just fine. Make some friends now. So you have a few whiskeys, you'll be just fine. So it'll be good. Yeah, I think their packaging was they are bigger boxes, but I like the boxes, especially the old ones that folded open. I thought those were really cool. Now the new ones just kind of just like a regular box. But I do love the bottle. I think the bottles are really pretty, but personal thing. But yeah, dude, Sam, on any airline when it's international, it's free drinks. So what airline are you flying? That's the way it's been, as far as I know, for a long time. Yeah, if you didn't know about free drinks, the answer is yes. In the back, it's free. Like I said, even in the back, all that stuff's free. Plus they bring you all sorts of candy and water and food the whole flight. It's awesome. Hopefully, it's one of the fun airlines. So yeah, you should check. But yeah, I know when we flew, that's how it was. I know American's that way, and KLM was that way, and Lufthansa's that way. So I'm pretty confident United and everybody else is too. Yeah, so like Andy says, his flights 2 and 4 back were free. Yeah, there you go. The Washback Barson rank is worth the triple one. Awesome. Virgin Atlantic. I would think it would be. I've never flown Virgin Atlantic, but I can't imagine it's not.
It's Richard Branson.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
Gotta be drinks.
Oh, it's, good point. Yeah, Sam, I can't imagine it doesn't. Like Eric said, it's Richard Branson. It should definitely have drinks.
See all sorts of things on that flight.
Yeah, for real, right? Could be a wild ride. Who knows? You might come back with some great stories, Sam. Should be very entertaining. Yeah, no, it's a bonus story, but it takes a while. All right, yeah, Sam, to let us know. I can't imagine they're not. Every other airline offers that, so I would be shocked if they didn't. But yeah, I would definitely ask about that. Most likely they should be free though. Says The reason they want you to calm the hell down. I mean, you're in a flight, especially from. Is that a direct flight, Sam, from California to Scotland? Because I mean, it's got to be like 15 hours or something. If that's the case, there's no way there's not free drinks. The people can't sit still that freaking long, drive people crazy. And I can't sleep on planes, so I usually watch like 4 or 5 movies when you're doing those trips and drink.
Read a whole book.
Many things. Not direct. Where do you fly to? New York or somewhere else? Hopefully it's only one stop for you. Not if it's only one stop, it's not too bad. I guess you'll find out. Okay, where's the water go? Oh, there it is. Oh, Amsterdam. Amsterdam's nice. I stopped there once. It was a fine little layover.
Speaking of all sorts of crazy things.
Yeah. The only thing the sucky thing about that is, and you're going from EU to non-EU. So, okay. You'll be fine. If you get 3 hours and 25 minutes, you'll be fine. Because the thing I do remember Amsterdam is it's a large airport and it takes a while to go through customs. And I know when we had it, because we were connecting from there to Prague, we had to go through some kind of customs. That was the good news is we were going EU to EU, and there's some other thing it belongs to. I forget what the other word, the Schlescher or there's some other word there also that the Dutch and Czech use that's lets you go through, not to worry about customs once you get there. So. Oh, dude, you're going on KLM. Oh, you'll be fine.
Right.
Oh, yeah, KLM's definitely free. That's where I flew over last time. Yeah, KLM is definitely free drinks in the back, dude. You're going to have an awesome time. Also, this is the other good news about KLM. All the flight attendants are young and hot, so you should be in great shape on that, too. They're not like American ones where we keep the old ugly ones. So, them, they're like the old standards of Pan Am and stuff back in the 60s. That's who flies KLM. You should have a great time. It's a great airline. Yeah, they were lots of fun. So I always fly British Air to Scotland. They've misplaced my luggage twice. Maybe I can see if I can take Virgin Atlantic back. I hope to my 5th trip to Scotland return. See, I just also don't bother with anything except for carry-on because I don't trust the people that work at the airport. Having worked there when I was in high school as an intern, I know what happens at the airport. Bad things. You should not let them handle your bags.
Hooligans.
Yes, exactly. As they called them, the apes on the tarmac. It was bad news. They're like, you just see them kick bags. Oh, it's like, it fell off the local conveyor. That's fine. Just leave it on the tarmac. Nobody gives a crap about your luggage. It's horrible. So yeah, it's definitely a thing. Everybody, they put them on a flight and then took them off for no reason. Yep, sounds about right, Andy. Because don't trust them with your bags. You should definitely do carry-on only. That's the safe way to travel. Just cheer everyone is finished by drama forward. So, great to hear that, Van Demon Hunter. Hope you enjoy that. It's always good stuff. Certainly. So, all right. So we'll move over get finished with this. Let's see. What do we do the second day in Galveston there? So, woke up, had a nice breakfast there. It was quite nice. Can't do carry-on, only bring my bag. Well, you could queue carry-on over. Maybe. I don't know. I guess it depends on the size of your bag, of course. If it's too big, then I guess you'll have to do that. And that does suck. Well, or there's this amazing place, though. It's called a laundromat. That's what we use when we go for a large slip during a time. It's really cool. There's amazing things. Every town has them. I promise you. So you only have to bring like 5 days of clothes and go to the laundromat. But I understand bringing whiskeys back. It'll be cheaper, I think, just to buy a piece of luggage and hope to dear God it gets back or ship them. One or the other. But, you never know. Fun times there with that completely. Either way is not great. It's not like the good old days when we did take back tons and tons of bottles in our carry-on before 9/11, but unfortunately that's no longer the case. Brought 2 bags, 2 carry-on, and still brought a 3rd bag on to bring back all the bottles. Nice. Oh, that's too funny. All right, which one do you always want to start with this? AD Rattrays.
We've always heard of it, but we've never seen it up till recently.
Yeah, it didn't come here.
One of the great independent bottlers from the UK that's been around for quite a while. Yeah. AD Rattray. They make some really good stuff. Daniel just featured them on the Whiskey Vault, and kind of inspired me to go out and pick up a few more of them, and accumulated 5 recently. By golly, they make good stuff. They got a very good nose for tasting things. This is a 16-year-old
Strathmore.
Strathmore.
It's not even open yet?
It just opened.
Oh, you just opened.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Very much looking forward. I do love Strathmore, so looking forward to this.
Bourbon all the way through. It's an 1892 distillery. It's a very big component in J&B blends, but who drinks blends these days, So
yes, they're owned by the Morrison family. Okay. That does explain a little bit then.
This one comes in about 55%.
Oh, so we're jumping way up.
Filtered, yep. Lots of bourbon all the way through for all 16 years, and real pretty stuff. Had a sip of it last night and was rather impressed for a neck pour.
We were decorated by building a castle, Gregor. Good to see you there. Time for a dram. Yes, Andy. We have Blanton's here too, but this is no longer my house where we're streaming at here, Gregor. We're in the castle, so if you're a chance to come back down to Texas, you should come see us. It'll be a lot of fun. So we'd love to have you anytime you come down, though. Oh, with Glenn Turk from Rattray. It's a cash rent. Very nice. Sounds awesome.
We're gonna have one of them come up, but it's under a different name. Actually,
this is true. Yes, Andy. We have to have Blanton's just for you. So I know how much you love it, which is hilariously funny. But yeah, there's still about 3,000 different bottles in here, Gregor. So, in fact, one of the things we can do real quick since you're here, I'll just run out here and scream at you in Eric, so when questions come up, you can handle this. So basically, we have a bourbon section here, another bourbon section here, and then that stops with Kentucky, and then we do all the other states that make bourbon down to the bottom. And then we all have Texas, which is all this whole thing is Texas, everything you possibly pretty much think of Texas. Then we have Texas at the top here, then Tennessee spots here. We have American blends for a couple of rows. And then we have wheat whiskey, we have Boo Rise, corn whiskey, white dog, moonshines, oat whiskey, sorghum, malt and oat. Got that, and this is all rise over here. And then we go to the other side of the room. We've got all of our scotches. Of course, the part you care about, Gregor, is the scotches. So then this is all going to be our Speyside. And then our highlands are here. Down at the bottom, we have to start with our islands. Of course, we got all the different islands here. So we got Isla, at least that couple of rows here. And then we've got our Campbelltown, Lowlands, single grains, blended malts, then all blend to like a compass box. We put all those together. And then we've got Canada, goes with an American single malt, Japanese. And then at the bottom, we've got Indian, Taiwanese, Mexico, Peru, Israel, Lebanon, Tasmania, Australia, South Africa. We've got England, Wales, France, Denmark, Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany, Austria, the Czech Republic, and Spain, and then all Ireland. So that's the whole giant castle of the quick thing. We'll play games in here later, not today. We can play. Go find that whiskey. It should be fun, lots of fun. So we can do that though. So
the whiskey shuttle run.
Exactly. It could be a good. We could do some fun super chats or things. It could be entertaining. So who knows? What's the name? What's the fee for naming it? Naming a shelf is $100 for the year. Or a stool. I don't know. I think a stool could be $50. That could be cool. Put your name on a stool for $50. Why not? So it's good times. So what's the castle's close to? Somebody doesn't want to buy. It's hesitant just because never had them. Don't want to be stuck with ball. I understand. I do. Starting to sound like an anime listening to Little Countries. 8 hours later, we got. Hey, Scott, good to see you there. Hopefully, we'll see you. We'll see you on Thursday, which should be awesome. So, starting to. I know. Of course, I know it's hard being a Thursday, but the good news is we got an opportunity of a lifetime to have the head guy, the North American Bourbon Ambassador coming down, do these amazing whiskeys. Like I said, you're not going to get these all together in one place. It just doesn't happen. Bars don't generally carry these. If you do, they might carry the most basic ones. That you might see the 12s, and that's about it. So you're going to see some really great whiskeys for a great price, and come down here and check those out. Should be a great time. Looking forward to seeing everybody. So yeah, we got a few. Yes, so you're right. That is exactly who it's going to be, Sam. Exactly. So it should be good times. Maurice will be here. It'll be a great time. Looking forward to having him here. So we're also going to have some food and all that good stuff. They're bringing that in as well. So it should be a great time. Looking forward to that. So all that good stuff. So let's see. What other fun stuff do we do down there in Galveston? Went to the beach again. Went to a big giant gift shop. Went to the seawall. Saw that, which is the seawall they built after the 1900 hurricane, which is the worst natural disaster in American history, and it killed about 8,000 people, which is not great by any means. When they destroyed basically 80% of the entire city was completely destroyed.
Yep.
It's really bad.
Everybody retreated back to Houston. It's a lot safer to live in Houston.
Ah, yes. It's certainly a possibility, Andy, but we'd have to also have the whiskey ahead of time to do that. So it's a possibility in the future, though. But we can talk to some brands about. Some brands have actually approached us about doing that, so it's definitely something that could happen in the future to do some stuff with sample packs sent out. So we'll see what we have to do with that.
What'd you think of the Strathmill?
It's really nice. I love Strathmill, and it's hard to find a lot. I have a couple of them at the house. I really like Strathmill. There's one I really want to buy. I'm not going to talk about where it is or what it is because I want it to still be there when I have a chance to buy it. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk about it if I ever find that. So it'll be all good. So yes, so fun times. Do not do them. Yeah, we have, like, mostly it's going to be people obviously coming here for obvious reasons. So who knows if we'll do those or not at some point, but that's a different story. Oh, no, I agree. It wouldn't be me sending them out, Sam. Don't worry about it. It would be someone, it would have to come, like you said, through someone who has the license to do all that stuff, not us. Can't come from us. That I can tell you right now. So don't worry about it as far as that goes. But anyway, yeah, so like I said, went down there. Then after we saw the seawall and all that cool stuff, read the little plaques and all that fun stuff, went to some giant, basically gift shop. It's one of the oldest gift shops. Been around since like 1910 down there on the on the beach, which like literally it's out into the water on the beach. You can install a stripper pole. I'll come out and show you the moves. All right, Eric, that sounds great. We can't wait to see Eric on the stripper pole. That'll be a great time. I'm sure that'll bring all the ladies in. They'll have great times. So, that'll be good. We'll all tell them that Eric Wade's coming to do a stripper pole for them. Maybe they'll give you money to put your clothes back on. So, it'll be great. That's funny. But, yeah, so we did that. And, like I said, this gift shop's out in the water. And it actually was destroyed also with Ike in 2008. So they had a rebuild, but they had a rebuild way further back because they told them since all their pylons were basically destroyed, they had to put it closer on the beach now. The other sucky thing is, but what we did find out, which I didn't know prior, was apparently Galveston was run by the mob for a long time, which I was unaware of until I went down there, which was cool. Of course, I knew there were pirates and all that stuff, but there was a lot of pirates, a lot of firsts in Galveston, first elevator, some of the first telephones, some of the first, telegraphs, all that were in Galveston. Apparently, Millionaire's Row used to be in Galveston, which was a ton of freaking money. These old and the mansions that survived, they still survived both the 1900 and the 2008 storm because they're built with brick and stone and they're freaking amazing. And they actually have little plaques on them that tells you they survived the storm, which is really cool. And they're still standing, and they're hella houses.
They're up on the north side of the island, which was away from the water.
Yeah, I mean, they're still all of 8 feet above sea level, but
it was enough.
It was enough, and they were built well enough to sustain. As I guess they said, those winds in 1900 hit 200 plus, but when it hit that point, it ripped off the speedometer for the wind, and it ripped it off. So they don't know how fast. So at least 200 is what they know when it got ripped off. So who knows? All I know is a horrible, horrible storm. But, yeah, so we saw some of those houses. That was really something else. So $42,000 monthly bill for those AC in those houses. It may be, but then again, I'm sure there's been upgrades since, late 1800s when they were built. They're all built by multi-millionaires, like big barons. In fact, at the time, there was the wealthiest per capita city in the entire country was Galveston, which is insane that was the fact. But, yeah. A lot of really cool stuff down there. It's a lot of beautiful homes and a lot of new homes now. Considering with Ike, lots of them are also destroyed again. So, which is sad. But the crazy thing is, what are those things? I mean, some of these houses got to be a good 20, 30 feet up in the air now on stilts. It's wild.
After about 5 o'clock, you get a real nice sea breeze that starts coming in pretty much every day. So it's almost like natural air conditioning. As long as it's coming off the water, it's pretty nice. You get a land breeze, it gets a little sticky and humid, but for the most part, after 5 o'clock, it's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, it was shockingly nice, which I was surprised how nice it was there, that it wasn't bad at all. Yeah, because Houston, obviously, it's nasty.
It's too far inland.
Right, exactly. No, it was pretty cool, and so we did that. And so then we took the ferry across, which apparently found is part of the highway system between Galveston and the Balblair Peninsula. Is part of the and it's a free ferry, so it was getting across was no problem. They went over to see Fort Travis. You been over there to Fort Travis ever?
Didn't have time for that when we were down there. I wanted to see that.
That was cool.
Yeah.
So we got down to Fort Travis, which is an old. They built is basically it's land batteries, and so they built them for the Spanish-American War and World War I and World War II.
Coastal artillery.
Yes, sadly, all of the cannons have been removed and sent to other bases, basically on the East Coast during the war, because they figured out nobody was really coming down here. But
except the U-boats.
Except the U-boats, of course, those. Yeah, so they moved. They think they moved all the cannons basically to South Carolina for those shore batteries. But yeah, the cool thing is they could hit the ships. The ships couldn't hit them because of the angle that they were sitting at, which was pretty wild. And one of them was a pop-up, which I think are really cool. It protects everybody in the bunker underneath, which was neat.
Endicott guns. Yep.
Yes, yeah, it was really awesome. But it's cool because I've been to Fort Montgomery as well out in South Carolina last summer or 2 summers ago. So to see kind of the same setup on the shore batteries was really neat. Walked around there, and then of course came back, and it was very entertaining because we're coming back. And we missed the first ferry, which was great as the very last car not to make it on the ferry, which sucked. So then we got to be the first car on the next ferry. Well, so on the way across, we went to the top and looked out over the deck. Well, this one with the kids just sat there. My wife were out there on the bottom right there next to the car. Well, I noticed it's getting rougher because we're getting closer to Alberto coming, and it's getting rougher and rougher, and the waves are getting higher. I'm like, I'm gonna get back in the car now. Good choice for me. About 30 seconds later, we got about a 10-foot wave that came over the boat. Everyone was soaked except for me, and I'm laughing my ass off because it was hilarious.
Turned on the windshield wipers.
I did turn the windshield wiper. That's true. It was hilarious. Oh, I laughed so hard. It was so freaking funny. Oh, they wouldn't think it was funny, but it was. And then it just kept happening over and over. And it's like, I told you to get back in the car, but you didn't listen. So, oh well. And they were just. We were supposed to then go to this place called Moody Gardens, and they were just soaked. Unfortunately, would not recommend Moody Gardens. It was not great. We're supposed to go see the otters, the monkeys, and the sloths, and they put them all away, even though we're still open. Like, oh, we put them away at 4:30. I'm like, then why do you sell tickets? We're not happy with them, so we have to still send them a nasty ground that they suck. But that's a different story. He says, I get fog, mist, or rain every day. It's the only area that isn't on fire in the summer. Well, that's probably a plus in your life, Eric. Not being on fire in California is probably a good thing. But, all right, let's move on to the next whiskey here.
Try a Royal Warrant.
All right.
We got some Royal Brockla.
All right, sounds good.
Finished in a Sauternes cask.
Ooh.
12 years old, cask strength, about 56%. Non-chill filtered, no coloring added. Nicely done.
Sounds great.
That one I've enjoyed a little bit.
I see you like this one, apparently.
You'll see that pattern in the next few.
Yeah. The only reason the other ones aren't that way is because he just got them.
Just got them. Haven't had a chance. Yep.
Apparently, he's the destroyer of AD Rattray, apparently.
I'll tell you, I like him. I'm very impressed by the. Some of the other ones just seem to take whatever they can get, but Rattray seems to do a good job of curating them. They're basically a little more selective than most other independents.
I'm excited. Royal Brockla is one of my favorites, too.
Especially a cask ring.
For real. Hopefully, they have them here at some point. Yeah. Should be good. Ooh, that does smell good. But yeah, so would not recommend Moody Gardens. Cool pyramid on the outside. Not so great other than that, but it is what it is. So did you see Lefroy could apply for another Royal Warrant to the Scotch whiskey supplier for the crown? Because the old warrant was Queen Elizabeth. Really? I did not know that. That's wild. See, I knew Prince Charles went there, I think, in 84 to do some stuff with Lefroy, but I didn't realize that the Royal Warrant was under her, so they had to get a new one. That sucks. Well, I don't think it should be a problem, I wouldn't think. Since Charles is the king now, it should be just fine. And since he loves that, I wouldn't think that would be quite of an issue. But no, I did not see that. That's crazy. He has several casts there. I bet he does. He is king.
As
So
sweet as can be.
So yeah, that's really nice. I like that. Yeah, so then we went out to a place called Fisherman's Wharf, which is on the bay side. So it was actually cooler and really, it was funny because then it was super calm. The waters over there, it was bizarre. Coming off from crazy waves on the ocean on the Gulf side to just calm, clear water. It was wild. So we got to eat out on the patio, which is cool because we're right next there to the Ilsa, which is a nice big. It's a tall ship, and that was awesome to sit next to that. We actually got a chance to sail on some of those back up in the Great Lakes a few years ago. So that was fun to see that. And then the other cool thing I got to see was the USS Texas, which is harbored across the way. I'd always wanted to see that battleship, so it was awesome to see that.
Freshly cleaned up.
Yes, it was. It was nice. Hey, Mr. Jiggs, good to see you there. And then when we had gone on the fair, we had passed by the Wolfpack Den or whatever it's called. They've got another destroyer and a submarine out there, so that was cool to go check those out too. So I got to see all sorts of cool military stuff. I was thrilled about. So, which was good. Finished dinner, and we decided we could hit up a distillery. So that's, of course, the part which I'm going to be excited about. And I'm like, so this distillery closes at 9. We get there at 8:50. I'm like, they may tell us we have to leave. We'll see. So there's this newer distillery. They actually not newer, but new to me. Apparently it started in 2013. They're called the Texas Tales Distillery. And they make several products. I said, "Hey, can we do reviews and all this other stuff, and we're Texas Whiskey Festival judges. Can we just try like a little bit of everything?" They're like everything. I'm like, yeah, everything. Just pour me one of everything. Not like a lot, obviously, just a tiny amount. So yeah, they ended up pouring me 20 different things. It was awesome. So yeah, and so it was really nice to try some new whiskeys I never had. They had wheat whiskey, they had bourbons, they had rye, some nice cask strength stuff. They had vodkas. They had multiple flavored vodkas. They had moonshine. They had all sorts of wild stuff, and most of it was pretty freaking good. I was very pleasantly surprised. Yes, Eric. Cliff Monaco Whiskey has a Royal Wart from Queen Latifah. Yes, I'm sure it does because it's horrible, as we all know. And I don't know how this stuff is still made is beyond me. I don't understand. It's truly horrific stuff. They should just flush it all down the toilet or use it as toilet bowl cleaner. It's nasty. But, whatever. But, yeah, so Texas Tales, we'll get them on the show soon. They didn't spend 40 minutes with us. Like, yeah, if you can come back tomorrow, we're happy to show you, I can see the stills through the glass and everything. Because it's a small distillery. There's only eight employees. But really cool place. Like I said, tried all sorts of good stuff. Their cask strength bourbon was excellent.
It's all their juice.
Yeah, it was all their stuff. Yeah, so it was 4.5, 5 years old, which is good. The stuff I'd had, I think I did recognize one brand I had, but I think it was only 2-year-old what I tried, which was not my favorite. But yeah, so apparently at 4.5, 5 years old, which they found out they do have to age it longer because of being on the coast. So you got all that extra water you get in there. So they think they've got some of their original barrels, which will be at 7 years old soon. And I think 18 months, I think it'll be 7 years old. So that should be really nice. And that was really good stuff, what I tried. So I'm really looking forward to see what these guys do. Like I said, the vodkas were really good. I was shocked by some of their other products, how good their moonshines were. They made this crazy like coffee moonshine that was awesome. And then I guess their vodkas won a bunch of awards, which was cool. That was pretty tasty. Then they had some other ones that were liqueurs, basically flavored with like Red Hots, the actual candy. That was cool. And they had another vodka actually flavored with lemon heads. I've never seen anybody do it that way. Shockingly good. So I was really impressed with them. So looking forward to having them on the show soon, sometime in the next few months. So that should be cool. Look for good things coming out of the distillery. So. Because I went in there having no clue. It could have been horrible and just been like, oh, well, whatever. No, they were great. They took really good care of us, so I was really excited to try that. So that was fun. Try to go to another distillery, but by that time, we found there was a ghost tour we're going to do, so we couldn't make it. There's another one called Galveston Distilling, but I don't think they had any whiskey quite yet. Most look like cocktails, so they're tiny still, like maybe the size of a keg. So we'll give them a whirl another time, see if that gets, it may be fine. I have no idea. I didn't get a chance to try it. But at some point, we'll go back and this. Then we did a ghost tour, which was really cool around downtown on the Strand there in Galveston. So that was cool. I see a bunch of mansions, see a bunch of, hear a bunch of full stories. Got to go by some serial killers' houses, so that was lovely. So, always you want to hear, found out that his name, Robert Durst, had a home down there, was hiding out, murdered his neighbor across the way. So that was lovely. Saw some other really scary demonic places, and then some happy ghosts. And I heard about a guy who apparently mummy collecting was a thing back in the early 1900s. And Egypt, nice, sandy. Bring mummy to Galveston. Put on display in your living room. Not the best choice. So apparently it then started decomposing. It was disgusting and smelled the entire neighborhood. So then the guy apparently buried it somewhere on the property, but no one knows where. Yet to this day, finding out where this body is. Who knows? But it was pretty interesting. But then apparently people like to grind up mummies and drink them with whiskey for some kind of youth serum, which is disgusting. So, whatever. So do we have any Cameron? We do have Cameron Bridge in here, yes. Oh, yeah. We got Cameron Bridge, Port Dundas. Here, let me look real quick, Eric. Let's see what else I got. I can't remember. We got several. Not a ton, but probably like 8 or 9. Let's see. Then we got Cameron. We got North British. We got Invergordon, Hague, Gervon. As in Port Dundas, and I think that's the ones we got for right now. I know we're missing a Strathclyde. That's one of the ones we need to get. That's one of the lists to find, to Strathclyde. But that's the ones we have for right now here. So we have those single grain. So we got a few, and I know some of those are obviously closed distilleries, which is cool. So people are entertained by that. So it's all good. Yes, Invergordon for sure. I've got a 30-year Invergordon, which is nice. I really like that one a lot. So, where can it be? Yes, they are. Yeah, single grain definitely are hard to come by. But if you find, especially anything 18-year-old plus, single grain are really, really freaking good. So, to say the least, a great time. All right, we're going to go to the next one.
Well, what do you think? Tobermory.
I do love Tobermory.
Finished in a Burgundy cask or a red wine cask.
That should be fun.
Yeah, Burgundy red wine cask.
Oh, is it Eric? Is that the new Invergordon 18 that they just put out? I'm starting to see 12 and 18. I think it's 21 or 25. They're putting out as around like $100, something like that. Because the ones I've got are the old ones. They're the old like Battle Hills and Berries and things like that. And exclusive malts and those types of brands. But I saw, that they were releasing under their own, which I thought was pretty cool. And the Port Dundas, of course, is their own. But those Invergordons are their own, which I think is really cool that they're doing that. So it's a big push. Okay, okay. So that's 14, 18, 20. Yeah, I know had seen those on the shelf. It started coming out. I haven't tried the new ones that are officially from them yet. I've seen them. Ooh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
my first reaction last night.
Whoa, that smells awesome.
That got my attention.
Wow.
56.5%.
That smells amazing.
12 years in bourbon, 2 years in a Burgundy wine cask.
Okay. Very nice. Well, it's weird. He grew by 1.5 feet. That's all. And cut off the beard. So I was hey, Birdman, how you doing? If you guys haven't checked out Whiskey Crusaders, go check out his channel as well. Of course, obviously, I think you all know Eric Wade. Checked out his. But if you haven't, check out his too. Yeah, it's good.
That was worth chasing all over Dallas trying to find that one.
That's a wild. Not drive New York, not impressed. Well, it was still almost 1,000 miles. It was enough. Like I said, so that was that. So like I said, we have to know. So at this point, the storm's definitely coming. So it kept laying off. And so we're like, okay, we have to leave now for sure. I don't know. I figured she probably did, Sam, but I'll find out. I'll ask her. I figured she said she was going to, so I'll find out for sure for you, Sam.
And the storm was slowing down.
Yeah, the storm was slowing down, which was good for us because rather than having to go back through that shithole we call Houston, which we came through originally, thank God, on a Sunday. So, was meaning to go around it, but we screwed up and ended up going through it. It was horrible. because there's this tag for an easy pass, which we don't have. We only have the North Texas Tollway here. And so we had to go through Houston, which was awful. But thankfully, like I said, it was Sunday, so it wasn't that horrible. It wasn't that horrible. It was backed up, but it wasn't god-awful. Then I took these back roads with the GPS through some other terrible parts of Houston, whatever. We got through, it was fine. Ooh, 2005, Oloroso Ketchum Distillery. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool, Eric. That sounds great. Sounds really good. Yeah, so I said, okay. So we ended up going down, drove the entire length of Galveston to the other end, went across the San Luis Bridge, and then came back up through that area. So it was kind of cool to go on the coast and check all that stuff out. And that was fun. So I was like, hey, we're going to stop at Shiner. We got contacts with Shiner. So since, Jessica and Tom had just been here a few weeks ago, I sent them an email. I was like, hey, can we come to Shiner today and check it out? They're like, sure, we're free at 4. So we just, we went around, took a meandering trip to all the back roads, didn't take any highway there. It was cool. Just stopped at some random things along the way, found some tiny little Buc-ee's to stop at, which I didn't know there were small Buc-ee's, but apparently there are, which I didn't know existed prior. Because here we have giant Buc-ee's, and there it was like a regular gas station size Buc-ee's, which was kind of funny. So it was cool. So we stopped at the little Buc-ee's there, stopped a couple other gas stations along the way, food and snacks and stuff for the kids, and ended up going to Shiner. That's a huge freaking facility. I'd always wanted to go there. That place is enormous. Of course, most of the brewery, obviously, has been there since 1909. But a massive, massive brewery. And the distillery is very small, comparatively speaking. Cool still. Hung out with them. I tried to convince them to let me try the bourbon and rye. They said, no, it's not ready yet. You can't try it. I was like, dang it, come on. You want me to try this stuff. They're like, we won't even give it to Clint. Of course, Clint's the main rep for them here for all of Texas. So it was pretty funny. They're like, we don't even give it to Clint. We know he'll give it to you. I said, that's true. So
tried to use your sway.
I tried. It didn't work. But they said, fine, we'll give you a bunch of beer. I was like, okay, I guess that'll work. So we tried all the beers on tap. So that was fun. So we hung out there for about an hour or so, just tried all the different beers and stuff. It was fun. So I tried a bunch of different new beers I didn't know that Shiner made. So it was kind of fun. Tried some stuff. We made some blends of beers, which was a good time. So it was good times. It's most Tobermory is matured decent. Really? I did not know that. That's interesting.
The new Tobermory. Yeah.
Oh, the new stuff is. Okay. Cool. But yes, at some point they will come up here for a sneak peek of their actual whiskey, but we'll have to figure out the date on that still. But yeah, it was a good time. So I got to see them. It was really late to finally see the distillery and brewery. It was really cool. Huge, beautiful, beautiful grounds, though. Just huge concert area and massive, basically, beer garden. It was really cool. So it was fun. Yes, dear. I don't know what she wants, but my wife's in this chat for some reason too. Yes, dear. What can we help you with? So they're both owned by Burn Stewart. Oh, that's a good reason then. Okay, that makes sense. Solid reason. So all good. All right. So we did that, and then we drove to Gonzales, which is of course where the Come and Take a Cannon comes from.
A few things happened there.
Yes, very important little place. Mostly, of course, now it's a field, but that's okay. I got to see the monument. I was excited about it. The museum was unfortunately closed. It's a little bit actually in town. But we went to the actual place where the cannon was and stuff, which saw the little plaques and whatnot. It was cool. So then we drove on to San Antonio. Who knows? You never know, Sam. It's a good question. I'll be also in Bunnahabhain. Okay. I need to look a little more into Burn Stewart. I didn't realize they owned all those. Okay. I knew they owned different ones, but sometimes I forget who owns what at this point. Too many damn changes lately. But yeah, so then we drove into San Antonio, went on the river. All right. Thanks, Steph. That's lovely. Anyway, so we went to San Antonio and went on the river walk. The kids never seen the river walk. So we took them a little boat cruise and all that fun stuff and learned some things about San Antonio. Went to see the world's, or I guess what the world's longest bar, some BS, whatever it was there in the Esquire bar, which apparently used to also be a mafia joint in San Antonio. And it was kind of disappointing. It was just a long bar. Bar was nothing special. I was like, it was cute, is the way I say it. I was like, nothing really special as far as what was in there on the shelves to drink or anything. So we left. Still wanted to see it. It was cool to see, but I thought the dead animal, I don't know, whatever it was, I thought it was cooler behind it. So that tells me how exciting that bar was. So whatever. So we left there and ended up going to an Irish pub. What was that name? The place is good. Actually, I'll do an Instagram about that place in the next couple of days. So let me see. What's the name of that pub? It's worth going to. This pub was cool. What was that damn place called? Moody's or something? Oh, something Irish, because, it's an Irish pub. Let me find the silly name. I took a bunch of pictures of it. It was Waxy O'Connor's. Yeah, that was a really cool pub. They had really good food and really good whiskey, good drinks, very dirty Nellies.
That's San Antonio. That's a Riverwalk.
Yeah, don't go in that water. It's disgusting and full of poisonous things. And apparently it's also a fine if you get in that water in the Riverwalk. That water is filthy. You do not want to go in that water. They did say on the tour, which is interesting, they said about 300 people a year fall in that water. I do not want to be in that water. That water's nasty. But I didn't, and I knew, most of it was a real river, but I didn't realize they'd added to it. That concrete bottom was part of it. It was interesting to learn about that because I hadn't been there in 20 plus years. So that was kind of cool. Of course, just walked around, whatever, down there. But yeah, I went to Waxy O'Connor's, and that was good. Next day, took the kids over to the Alamo, which they were sadly not pleased about. I thought the Alamo was cool, but they're like, whatever, when can we leave? So they're like, no, I don't want to be here. It's hot out. I'm like, I thought it was cool. I thought it was an important piece of Texas history, but they were not thrilled about it. We were there, I don't know, like an hour and a half, but I would have been there all day if I had my choice, but that wasn't the case. It's okay. Fine. So then we went to Ranger Creek, the distillery, which actually we need to try this. After we do these,
Sure.
Yeah, I'll show you guys real quick, and then we'll get this one last. So we hung out with Josh. So this is absinthe made at Ranger Creek, which is really cool. So Josh is the distiller there, and he'll be on the show on July 15th to talk all about Ranger Creek. So it should be a lot of fun. We tried all of his experiments and he showed us the still, which I got some cool videos up there. We got to try a Lefroy finish thing. Oh, you were disappointed the Alamo doesn't have a basement? Yeah, with Pee Wee Herman. Yes, it doesn't have a basement. And that's cool. The cool thing, there was a video, which was cool, since I hadn't seen that in the Alamo since I was a kid, about the frescoes and stuff that they found behind the whitewash that the military had done over the years. So it was kind of cool to see that little video and to see that they're restoring it slowly but surely in the Alamo. So that was kind of neat to see that. So it was definitely interesting.
Phil Collins owns half the.
Yes, he does. Yeah, it's crazy because Phil Collins is actually donating all his stuff. Is all there now. I wanted to see it, but the kid's like, "No, we can't." Because I was like, "As they know, because when I go to a museum or a history thing, we're gonna read everything. We're gonna be here for a long time with Dad." It's like, so usually they just leave me on my own and say, "We'll see you later," which is a good choice. Because we're going to be, exactly. Me and Eric will have a great time. We're going to read everything in this entire museum, come back in 8 hours and pick me up. That whenever they
8 hours, come on.
Well, that's what they used. But that's the one they're open for. Usually, it's like, if you're lucky, they're open 9 to 5. So I'm there for the 8 until they kick me out. So, hey, they're Bourbon Syndicate. Good to see you there. Go check out Bourbon Syndicate's channel as well. All right, what's the next one there? And then we'll talk a little more about Ranger Creek.
To Pernod Ricard's Milton Duff.
Ooh, I do like Milton Duff a lot.
Big part of the Ballantyne's blends over the years. And really good stuff if you give it a chance.
Yeah, Milton Duff's fabulous.
That one, I think, is in a sherry butt all the way through, actually. I believe it's 13 years.
13 years.
It's on the left hand.
Yeah, there we go. Sherry butt. You're right. Sherry butt. Nice. Oh, you're new here. Great. Glad you're here. Welcome to the Whiskey Castle. All the good, fun stuff here. Got an awesome castle here of 3,000 plus whiskeys. Good times. More at home that can be brought in for a tasting, of course, as well. The higher end things. Hey, Donald, good to see you. Glad you're off work finally.
It's an educational castle.
That's right.
It's not a bar.
That's right.
It's an educational facility.
We can learn all about it, but we also, and on Thursday, bringing in an amazing the North American ambassador for Balblair, Old Pulteney, Speyburn, and Caorunn gin. So it should be a good time. If you happen to be in the DFW area and you want to buy a ticket, go to whiskeycrusaders.com. Check it out. So have you been to the Smithsonian? I have, Eric, been to the Smithsonian Museum, but the last time I went I was in 8th grade, so it's been a long time. It says they have the original Starship Enterprise. You could be there for days reading about history. Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, I know as a kid it was awesome going there because I was enthralled by the V2 rockets and all the other cool World War II stuff that was in there because I just thought that was amazing. Yeah, me in a museum is bad. I get left. I know one time we were at the Fireman's Museum in Philadelphia, the first fire station in the U.S., and then my wife took a nap. She's like, she found some place. It was happened to be quiet in there that day. I think it was us, like maybe one or two other people in the entire museum. And she's like, I'm going to go find. I think I read stuff for at least 4 hours. And then she's like, all right, we have to go somewhere else now. She went and found some room to take a nap in there at the fire museum. She's like, alrighty, I think you've had enough fun here. I had a great time. I thought it was fantastic.
This is 61%. So
oh, nice.
Lots of jet fuel in this one.
Oh, it's quite nice. Quite nice. But yeah, so Ranger Creek is doing all sorts of cool, amazing things. Yeah, we tried a Lefroy cask, one that was really good. That was their bourbon and Lefroy cask. And they had all sorts of new single malts, new rye, all finished in all sorts of different wine casks. We tried an aquavit, which was really cool. That was excellent. Tried some gins. Tried we probably tried like 20 different things. I don't know. It was a good time. It was awesome with hanging out with Josh. He said he'll be on the show on July 15th, so it'll be a lot of fun having him on. So that'll be good times for sure. So yeah, so we'll be having lots of cool new distilleries come on that we hadn't been to before, and they'll be on the show soon. So that'll be exciting to do that. In fact, also coming up in a couple of weeks, Nika will be on the show. It should be a really great show.
Nika.
Yeah, it's not just a rep. They're coming in from Japan for this show, so it should be a really great show. I think it's July 10th. I think is we're having.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it's July 10th. I think is that. I think it's a Wednesday, something like that. So that should be a fun, special extra stream for you guys that week. So it should be a good time. Oh yeah, the Ranger Creek caster and gave you a private tour. Yeah, the private tour was awesome, right? Yeah, that's right. You went there before even I did a few years ago, Eric. Yeah, that was a great time. Hey, David, good to see you there. Yes. So we're driving in San Antonio, and there's Devil's River, which I had not been to Devil's River, and I was like, we should go. But Violet's like, I got to go in the pool. Of course, I'm like, fine. So I'm like, we could go in there. There's 20 minutes left open. We could totally go in here, or 30 minutes, whatever it was. It'll be fine. She goes, I want to go in the pool. I want to go in the pool. Fine, let's go in the pool. She goes in the pool. She's out in 5 minutes because there's a freaking roach that crawled in the pool. I'm like, I could have gone to another distillery on my list to check off the box. Come on. It is what it is. So, oh well. Then we drove over to Blanco. Well, first we drove to New Braunfels because Steph wanted to know about the tubing, but it was late in the day and we should have already left in the bus and whatever, so it's fine. But so we didn't go. It's just Eric says, tell Nika they need to invest money in Ben Nevis. They really need to upgrade the restrooms. Oh, gosh, that's funny. Oh, that should be great. I don't think we'll need to translate. I'm sure they speak English just fine. It's going to be fine. So, that'll be that's entertaining, though. I'll tell them that Eric Waite says, please upgrade your restrooms at Ben Nevis. I'll tell them to get right on that. So I drove past when I was on a tour bus. We could have stopped. It's a beautiful area. Oh, I'm sure it is. But, yeah, it was funny. So, yeah, then we drove out to Blanco. I tried to convince them to let me stop at the 3 in Blanco, but they said no. I was sad because we could have stopped at Andalusia, which I've been to, but I hadn't been to Real Spirits or Green and Mild and Green yet. So, another time. The men's restroom has no door handle. That does seem to be a problem. But, well, I guess you just have to hold the door closed or pull it from the bottom or something, or the top. Hopefully the top. Bottom seems scary and suspicious. What could be down there?
I'd be real concerned down there.
Yeah, who knows? That could be bad. But, whatever. But, yeah, so we stopped. They ended up sitting and eating at some cool Mexican place there. I don't remember the name. It was really good. Right there on 281. And then took a bunch more back roads home and went past another distillery and the Sledge Distillery in Tolar because didn't even know how we ended up out there because we just followed the GPS. Went through some crazy curvy roads I didn't even know existed. Which by the time we were done, my ankle hurt so freaking bad from all the damn curves. If anybody's ever been on the Dragon Tail out in the Smoky Mountains, if you've ever done that drive, which is a 365 turn drive, that is not pleasant, and it lasts about 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, this was pretty similar. It lasted a long time, and it really friggin' hurts, but it is life. So then eventually ended up on 377 and came back, which I found out cannot take all the way through. Turns into part of 35 and 30, and that's disastrous. But, they part they didn't tell you on there, but it is what it is. So we ended up getting home. It's fine. But, got home about 11 o'clock at night. Oh, well, here's what it is. It says the road to Hana Maui will make your shoulders sore. Oh, lovely. Well, I'm glad the people that work at Ben Nevis are very nice. You're right. Ben Nevis is extremely hard to get. I don't even think I have any official Ben Nevises. I have 6 Ben Nevis, but they're all independent parlors. I think they only make a 10-year. I think it's the only thing they make, and it doesn't come here. As far as I know, that's the case.
Ready for some peated?
Yes, I'm ready for the peat. Hold on a second. Awesome. All righty then. So, what do we got? Let's say the fun word we can't pronounce.
Ruad? More. So many vowels.
Sure.
So many consonants, actually. No vowels in this. It's Gaelic, so but apparently it means peated Glen turret. Sure, that's exactly what it means.
Totally. It's exactly what it means.
10-year-old cast strength peated Glen turret, 62.9% non-chill filtered.
All right.
Live weapon, to say the least.
Should be good. It says, do a 10-year-old and a traditional peated. I'm not. Okay, they have the traditional peated too. Okay. Hey, Eric, have you ever seen the Nevis blends? They're like $20. Have you ever tried any of those? I've seen them online, and I want to buy them just to give them a whirl, but I just wonder if anybody actually had any of those Nevis blends. See if they're any good or not. I'm guessing they're decent, but, they're $20. Who knows? Could be great for all I know.
There's that wonderful smell.
Yeah, let you guys see this lovely words I cannot pronounce. We're going to go with, sure, I like that it translates to peated Glen turret. Seems like a solid choice to me. Can't be any worse than anything else we come up with, right?
Mohr, I think, is mountain, if I remember right. M-O-H-R. Not 100% certain.
Sounds right, but I'm not 100%. Yeah. Taste one of the Nevis blends. Oh, Mineral bottle. Okay, cool. I guess we'll just, at the point, for $20, you should just order one and see if it's any good. Either way, the box it's funny. It looks like all the packaging on them are all still from the 80s. So it should be fun.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. What other fun stuff have we done? So, yeah. And then I guess, was late last? Was it Friday? Yes. Then we came home Thursday. Thursday was rough. I think I mostly slept and tried to recover after all that driving and fun. And Friday, we got lucky enough to have Ballykeith visit us directly from Ireland. And they'll be on the show sometime in the next few months. Really shocked how amazing their products were, and really, really looking forward to when they come back to do an event with them.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and I've actually had a few other people come by since then to give them a try it. They were also extremely impressed. Yeah. So if you guys see Ballykeith out there, that is really good Irish vodka, gin, and their whiskeys are all excellent. So
their gin, of all things,
shockingly
amazing.
Yeah, like
it's all pot still.
Yeah, same with the vodka. 6 times run through a pot still. I never had a vodka or gin like that.
A real pot still. Pot still.
Yeah, they had them custom made in Italy. Fabulous stuff. So, yeah, it's very, very good stuff. I've not had Ardnahoe yet. That's cool. Glad to hear that's good. Really good stuff. Looking forward to trying their stuff at some point, certainly. Oh, this smells amazing.
What are your notes on that?
Oh, really good. Besides the peat.
Yep.
I went away this weekend, and I had tornadoes and microbursts on Saturday. It was fun watching the wildlife blow away like the Wizard of Oz. Holy crap, Donald. That's horrible. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I've had a bottle of Ardnahoe 5-year. We'll review it soon and share photos. Oh, awesome. Very cool. It's Ardnahoe? Okay. You'll tell me that, Sam, and I'll still say it wrong because that's what we do in Texas. But thanks for trying. So it's kind of like an Arapaho or Navajo, but it's an Ardnaho. All right, sure. I don't know what Ardnaho means either, but it's all good. We didn't stop by because only the gift shop was open. We spent extra time at Boona, beautiful area, but shit roads. Well, it is what it is. Yes, Peep has got like this awesome grapefruit on there. There you go, Sam. I'm pretty sure if I can't pronounce Sam, I have a serious problem. Pretty confident it's a pretty easy one to say.
Sam.
Yeah. Jack with me at that point. Man, this is one you could spend a long time with.
Yep, that's why I've been trying to be good on this bottle there. It's
I got to spend some time with this and really figure this one out.
That's Highland Peak, not.
For sure. Yeah. But it's got that nice, wet forest floor thing going on. That dry foliage. Wood burning incense. Yeah, that smells freaking awesome. Yes, Andy, we reviewed in fact, tomorrow's review is the Ardbeg Spectacular. Thank you for the sample of that, which I'm very excited about. So yes, that review comes out tomorrow. We'll have that tomorrow, and then we'll do one of the Kirkland Lowland on Thursday, and then we have the Chicken Cock spiced whiskey. Will be on Saturday, so that should be entertaining. So yes, so we do have reviews this week and next week. Our film, so that we'll have reviews again. We're sorry we had crazy stuff going on up here. Just did not get a chance to shoot reviews, but we're back to doing reviews again. So this should be ready to come out all the time. Of course, all the shorts and all that fun stuff will be here as well, so it should be good. Says we could do that, Sam. We could make that happen. So Sam, when he came to town, Sam, was that like 2 years ago now? Almost, I think it was. He gave us this sample he wants us to try. I don't know anything about it. He told me not to look it up. So we should try that and give that a whirl. We can probably make that happen. It's at the house right now. We'll figure it out. Was it 1 year ago? Okay, I can't remember. It all runs together at this point, Sam. I can't remember. So Ardnaho is Gaelic for Ardnaho, which means Ard is not a hoe. I think Ard was the founder's sister. I think you're right. I think that sounds correct there, Eric. It sounds awesome to me. It says at 3 p.m., all the little cottage properties automatically switched on before the storm hit. It got so dark, and then the Wicked Witch went past the window on her broom. That sounds freaking terrifying, Donald. So, see, that's why I left Galveston, so I didn't see shit like that. Apparently, it all went to you. That sounds horrible.
Was it Trudeau who flew by?
It's Trudeau flew by. Probably. It's an area where there's distilleries built. Okay. The actual meaning is height of the hollow. Oh, okay. See, that's not a very fun meaning, though. It's like, it sounds really cool in Gaelic, but then he's like,
It's fun to say.
Fun to say, but if you then you take it back to English, it's like, boring. Because it's really hilltop. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, none of them are really all that fun. It's like, oh, and there's a river or a valley. That's nice.
They're pretty.
It's like distillery on the hill.
Functional names.
Yeah, or the Black Hill, or the one on the hill, or it's always fun things like that. It's one by the river.
Corner of the field.
Yeah, corner of the field with Akatosh and Ryan. Corner of the field. Yeah. As if Trudeau I would have a tax bill. That's probably true. I do agree. Your interpretation. I agree, Eric. I think they'll let you redo all the names of Scottish distillers. Yeah, Valley of the Deer, Valley of the Geese. Exactly. None of these are exciting. But it is funny, though. I do agree. I think the interpretation of yours is much better. I'm going to let you redo all the distilleries. Valley of the Brambles. Exactly. None of these are great. But, it's more fun to say Glendronach or Glengoyne or Glenfiddich for sure than Valley of the Deer. That just doesn't sound like a very fun distiller to visit.
Especially if we can say it like Roy Duff,
That's right.
Say it properly.
But hey, the other thing about Valley Keith is you can also get single cow, which I also was excited about to find out that after you've had your whiskey with that cask, they know what cask fed that cow. You can have that cow was fed to, which I think is awesome.
Happy tasty cow.
Exactly. Glendale Mom. Okay, but hey, I remember the hell you say that. There you go. That is spectacular.
I like that a lot. That's the one I found in California. That was in Huntington Beach, California. Yeah. At a Total Wine out there, and it was one on the shelf. And they did not know what to do with it. And I said,
I'll take care of that problem for you. Valley of your mom.
Yo, mama.
Oh, gosh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, all of them are good, but that one is spectacular. I mean, no surprise. Obviously, it's peated. That really means I'm going to like it.
Peated wins every time.
But it's just really freaking good. All right, so it's 11:09. All right, so we're going to be almost finished, so I don't get in trouble here.
Yeah,
I know. We got to get home. We got things to do. We got people to call and do all those things. And we have things to do. What was what do you think? Same thing. Agree that's the best one of them? Yeah, we think it's this one.
I like the Milton Duff.
That was good too.
No,
that was
really.
That's the one was the Freaky Deaky. I think Yeah, that was. Yeah, these were all really good. But I think the winner is this one. But they were all good. I mean, there's nothing you can say. It's variations of great, but this one was just exceptional.
The bottom line that I've come to be impressed with, or a lot of commentary I've seen on Rattray from people who have reviewed it, is they choose casks. They don't just take whatever comes available. Sure. Some people just Total Wine will just take whatever they can get. Not so with Rattray. They definitely clearly say no to some casks. So you tend to get a better quality product overall. So at the very least, a very interesting product.
Sam, I'm going to agree. That's what we were discussing tonight prior to the show was, at home, you guys can see the bottles, but the way we're set up here, that's not really an option. And you're right. I think maybe the solution is a second camera. So apparently it's Rattray. Exactly. A Rattray. I don't know. That's how we say it in Texas, the Rattray. I have no idea how the correct pronunciation is. We're going to finish with a non-Scotch product because Ranger Creek, like I said, will be here, and I want Eric to try this. It's absinthe. And I'm a big fan of absinthe personally. I don't know if Eric is, or he's about to find out if he is or not.
I like licorice.
If you like licorice, you do have to like licorice. If you don't like licorice, you're going to hate this. I'm a big fan of licorice. I'm a big fan of Ranger Creek, and I'm a big fan of when he's like, what kind of cool crap can I make? That's my kind of distillery. So it's like, I don't know, let me experiment. It's awesome. So I think he said every quarter he gets to come out with an experiment. I'm like, that's awesome.
I like it already.
Yeah. So this is absinthe from Ranger Creek at 128 proof.
That is just black jelly beans.
Oh, it is straight up, which are my absolute favorite freaking candy. That's something
like jelly beans. Yeah.
I love jelly beans with a pat. I'm the kid that's hunting for the black jelly beans because those are my favorite. I'm like, you don't like them? Good. You can give them to me because those are my favorite. I love them. It's
Pony up, kid.
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So can't wait to have Josh on. He's going to be a great interview. He's a super cool dude. Also as a veteran. One of the great things that Ranger Creek found is they are one of the few distilleries in the country that when guys are getting out of the service to transfer to civilian life, one of the things people can come there is learn how to distill, which I think is a really cool thing there because everybody that works here is all veterans, which is great. And the other cool thing is they have buy a veteran a beer or a whiskey, and they have an ammo box there that you put your money into to buy a veteran whiskey. This is really cool. So great distillery. If you guys get a chance to go visit them, go see Ranger Creek. Awesome guys. But yeah, had a great time. Visiting all sorts of cool distilleries. It was fun, like I said. So yeah, if you are in DFW and haven't bought a ticket yet for the event on Thursday, come see old Pulteny, Balblair, Speyburn, Caorunn. It's going to be a really, really great evening with the national ambassador for them. So it should be a lot of fun. So
25-year-old Scotch. What could go wrong?
Exactly. Yeah. How can you go wrong with 25-year-old Scotch? I mean, you got a couple of Scotches that are $600 bottles. So it will be a great time, and you get to have a master class that they got with an amazing guy. So it should be really quite amazing. So
that is awesome stuff. Wow.
Yeah. Part of the problem, Sam, is silly StreamYard only lets us go at 720. That's the other reason it's not that great, unless you pay for the super premium package. which I don't pay for. I pay for the rent. So the highest, even though this is a 1080 camera, it only lets us go in 720, which blows. So I would love to be in 1080 or 4K would be even better. But unfortunately, I'd have to go to the more expensive StreamYard. But at some point, maybe we will. But for right now, we'll just deal with what we got. Or the other option is when we're just here and there's nobody here and it's not a dual thing, see if we go directly through YouTube, if it'll let us do that. So we'll see. I don't know. I have to see if it's worth the money or not. So I don't know. Let's see if it makes that big a difference if people care or not. But we'll see. Yeah, that's good stuff. So yeah, looking forward to their stream. Should be fun. So lots of fun stuff coming up with that event. As we go through YouTube. Yeah, it's worth a shot, right, Sam? I don't know. I'll jack with that later this week and see if we can get it come through at 1080 through YouTube directly. I don't know. Since I haven't tried that yet, I'll give it a whirl. It says, at least we ate well at the cottage trip this weekend. Weather aside, Sunday, it was a fun trip. I'm glad to hear it, Donald. I hope you, knowing you, I'm sure you guys made some amazing things. So that sounds awesome. Sure was a good time. For sure. All right, everybody. I know it's 11:15 and it's been about almost an hour and a half. And I know we like to have things to do and all that good fun stuff. And I have to go home because we're at the castle and Eric's here at the castle. And we have things to do at home. So we will see you guys on Thursday. Anyway, that's going to be here on Thursday. Looking forward to it. And if not, we'll see you guys next week. And thanks for being here as always. So see you guys there. Cheers.